Mr. Third Party. Oh, what is he doesn't have it on mute, but it's muted.
Oh. Maybe
Hey, Raj, try
maybe we have him
leaving, coming
muted
back,
from the other
maybe.
day.
Oh, we do. Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. I'm so smart.
Fuck.
Raj?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Raj.
Hey,
Sorry,
Raj.
we had to add you on mute the other day.
Wow.
Nah, well, your dad
Good
decided to have some singing lessons whilst we were trying to do a podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was,
How's your lecture, mate?
It was good. It was good. We're doing this report that was due in 2 weeks, and we had to measure all the body parts and hip girth and everything. It's a bit embarrassing actually, but that's
Did you get a boner?
Mate, you can't be saying this stuff on the podcast.
No, exactly. We're G-rated, no swearing.
Yeah.
Talk about Jesus Christ as much as you can. As much as you can. That's the only rule that we have. Should we?
You guys got your EPL table?
We intro recorded an hour of podcast that got frozen and we couldn't save it. So we've just lost an hour of our lives.
That's all right.
I did mine just on the train today. Do you want me to tell you what it is?
So
we gotta get into it.
Yeah, come on, Raj. Jeez.
Okay.
Come on, Raj. Bit rushing into it.
So as we have lots of viewers on this podcast and listeners, this is legit boys and Raj Naldo as his pro club's name goes as, and he went to school with us. Got a few questions for you, Raj, before we get into it. How old are you, and where were you born?
I'm 18, mate. I was born in India,
All
in
right.
a small town called Calcutta.
Calcutta, right.
Just real quick, fucking Raj just sitting there in his fucking uni library, I'm 18 from Calcutta, someone walking past is gonna be thinking he's fucking getting interviewed.
Yeah.
So Raj, what is your chosen game of sport that you've grown up playing?
I've grown up playing cricket, like all the Indians over there. But yeah, still play cricket over here.
Yeah.
It's going good.
What's your batting average, mate?
Don't lie. We're gonna fact check this.
My cricket, please.
My cricket.
About 25, 26.
Alright. That's career, not just this year. Last year.
Nah, that's career. Yeah.
What's your average bowling economy? You should probably know that one.
That's probably around 1.9, 1.6.
Jeez.
High or low?
That's good.
What's a shit bowling economy?
4 or 5 plus.
Oh, okay. So that's how many average runs you're allowed over?
Yeah, so the low is.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is anyone that's ever been sub 1 then, or?
The lot, well, it depends because you play heaps of formats. So T20 obviously the economy will be higher than the Test match, a longer format. But usually in T20 a good economy, in the big batches, 6.
Mm-hmm. And a few more questions we got for you, Raj. If you could invite 3 people to a dinner date, who would those 3 people be? Not including yourself, obviously.
Famous people?
Yeah.
I've got to get Virat Kohli in there.
Of course you would.
I'd get Steph Curry, and I'd get. What I get? Probably Flight Reacts as well.
Wait, Raj. If you were stranded on an island and can only take 3 things, what would you take?
Take my phone. I'd take. That's quite hard, actually. I don't know. I'd take a knife, and I'd take. That's cool. You can take a knife. I'd take.
If you're taking a knife, you might as well take a chainsaw or something like that.
Shit. Well, no, because think about it. A chainsaw needs like fuel, like a petrol,
True.
right? But then with his phone, there's some old bitch in the fucking background.
He's
But
embarrassed.
yeah, why are you embarrassed of the Shaggers show, mate? But then if you take your phone, what happens when it dies, mate?
Yeah, that's true. Can we take like some sort of ID so if I get found out, that I can go like a passport or
Like,
something?
right trying to get into fucking Club Humble. Oh, here's my ID. You let me in.
What would you take?
Well, I feel like food's number one. Like, you would just take some food,
You're gonna run out.
but your phone's gonna run out of charge. A flare, I would take a flare, right? Or like a set of flares, maybe. A knife is actually a smart one because you can use life for anything, and probably like rope because they say rope like that's not like a suicide thing, but like they say that rope's like the most important thing you can have when you're hiking and shit. So probably rope. What about you, Drew?
Fuck, I don't even know. I'll take a dog because that was like good protector. What else would you take? Probably like a flare as well. Or maybe like a gun, like with heaps of ammo, because one, it can protect you, and two, it can make like you could create a fire with it.
Well.
Yeah, noise and stuff like that. And then obviously food, because if you're on your island, you probably already have water around you, so you could create something.
Boil it and then have it.
Yeah. So that'd be three, but it's a tough question. Like, I doubt any of us would be stranded on an island. I'll do a few quick fire ones. So, favorite AFL team? EPL team?
Man U.
NBA?
Hey!
Fuck Man U. Cricket team? Let's go BBL first.
Scorchers.
IPL?
Calcutta Knight Riders.
International?
India.
NBA?
Golden State.
State cricket, sorry.
What?
State cricket.
WA.
What other comps? Favorite tennis player?
Tennis player.
Yeah, for Jack.
Nadal. Probably Nadal.
Are we missing any comps? Oh, no. All the other ones are pretty obvious. Like, what NBL team do you go for, Raj? Definitely not Wildcats.
I don't really follow the NFL. Probably Wildcats. So.
And if you didn't play cricket, what sport would you play?
Probably baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball big in India?
No. But I reckon if I was
that's like a random one though, because like baseball's not even that big over here, really.
Yeah, but it's still like fun, and it's like similar to cricket, so I'd play that. Or basketball.
No, stick to baseball. Stick to baseball, I reckon. All right, let's move on. Let's get our predictions for the 2021 season of.
How are we doing this? Are we all going to say first, and then we're all going to say our first pick, or are we going to do each person go through their full top 20? I reckon we do who do we think is going to finish first? We'll say our team for first.
Yeah.
Or do you reckon we should do like lowest to highest and like work from 20th?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So let's go 20. Let's go 20th, 19th, and 18th first. Raj, you go first. Do you reckon?
Okay, so I've got West Brom last place.
Yep. All right.
I've got Fulham second last, and then Crystal Palace.
You reckon Leeds are staying up?
Yeah, I've got Leeds quite high actually.
Yeah, I've got Leeds too high, I reckon. Wait, so say that again. So you've got Fulham or West Brom? Yeah.
West Brom, Fulham, Crystal Palace.
Okay. That's solid because that's two teams that went up this year going back down. Yeah. All right, Dylan, you go.
So I've kept the same thing of two teams that came up this year also going down next year. But I've got finishing 20th, I've got Leeds, right?
Jeez.
But on the basis of you got Fulham and West Brom, who are both very Premier League experienced. Leeds haven't been in the Premier League for a long time, right? So they're pretty inexperienced. I reckon if they come up back next year, they will stay up. But this year they're going back down. Fulham, just not good enough. That's the reason why they got relegated. And I got Aston Villa going down this year in the 18th position.
That's similar to mine. I don't know. I don't know about Leeds. I feel like they've
Leeds got that striker.
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Valencia, I think.
And even though they haven't been in recent years, like I feel like Leeds has got that history, and they'll just find a way to do really well. So I've gone with Fulham last. Then I've got Aston Villa, and then I've got West Brom, which is similar to Raj because we have the two.
Yeah.
But I feel like Aston Villa aren't going to do that well this year. I don't know why. I think they're lucky to stay up.
They barely missed. Yeah, I was gonna say they barely missed getting relegated last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go.
Drew, you can start this one.
Let's go 16th, 15th, 14th, 13th. All right.
Wait, so
The next
17th, 16th, 15th, or
the next four up.
oh, okay. So
sorry, 17th.
15th,
Yeah.
14th.
Yeah. All right, so I've got Brighton. So I just got Lallana, but I reckon like he's not going to do enough to. He's a solid player, like don't get me wrong, but he's not going to do enough. And also, didn't Moy just go to a Chinese league and not stay there? So he's a big loss.
That's really true. Did not take that into consideration with my picks actually.
Yeah. And then I've got Crystal Palace, but they just signed Chelsea's striker. What's his name? The guy with like the weird hair, I guess. Yeah, Batshuayi. Yeah, they just signed him on a loan, so they might do all right. But I've got them at what's that, 16th?
Crystal Palace and Zaha. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's decent. And then I've got West Ham, which they've lost a few people this like off season. So I don't think that would be as good. Bazinga would probably hate me for that, but that's all right. Fuck you, Bazinga. And then I've got Southampton, who have Danny Ings. I think he's like an insane player, and he did really well, but I don't think he can keep him any higher than 14th. So let's go, Raj. Let's hear yours.
I've got Brighton as well as the 17th.
Yeah.
And then I've got Burnley.
Okay.
Because I don't think they have any good talent. And then I've Aston Villa as well. So a bit similar to yours, but Brighton is the same as I think. And then I've got Burnley and Aston Villa.
Yeah. And then, wait, who's...
One sec.
Yeah, no, good. Wait, so who do you have for... Wait, did you give me the next three or next four after relegation?
Next three. So Brighton, Burnley, Aston Villa.
And then who's your last one going up? Or like, who's...
I've got Newcastle.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, what did I miss?
Nah, so go off, Raj.
So I said 17th, I got Brighton.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got Burnley, Aston Villa, and Newcastle. Which I think it's not too bad. I was going to go with Leeds, but I put them a little higher because I reckon they would be a little bit better. But that's what I've gone with.
Alright, so Dylan, you go.
So 17th, I got West Brom because I don't really have them high, but I've got them staying up. But it's probably going to be like a situation like Villa last year where they get lucky to stay up. And they got 16th. I got West Ham, right? They're just not that good.
Yeah, they're not.
Probably gotten worse if we're being completely honest. 15th, I've got Newcastle, and we're going to 14th as well.
Yeah.
Yep, and 14th we've got Brighton. Probably could swap Brighton and Newcastle around because of the loss of Moy. I completely forgot about how he left for China.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's those four are definitely down the lower end for me.
Yeah, and on the lines of Moy, would you guys leave like a really cool league? Like, let's be honest, the English Premier League is probably one of the coolest leagues to be in and playing for. Would you leave for a big bag, like Moy did and like Oscar did?
Look, it depends. If you're playing for like a top 6 team that play like Champions League or like just like play Champions League or like a challenging like up the top.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do what Oscar did because like what, you're gonna leave Chelsea just to go chase a bag.
Yeah.
And it's like he's not being paid well enough anyway. But I would do what Moy did and leave Brighton, like who's just a mid-table team, like lower mid-table thing, and to go so because his kids will be set for the rest of their lives playing in China. Like
Yeah,
completely
that's true. They are like professional footballers anyway. They're probably getting big bags.
Oh yeah, they're definitely getting
Anyway.
big bags anyway. But like his kids and maybe even his kids might be set playing in China. So like
Yeah, that's true. So Raj, let's go for your 13th to 9th.
Okay, so after I've got West Ham,
Mm-hmm.
West Ham, Leeds, Southampton, and Leicester.
All right, that's
And
pretty good.
number 9, I've got Sheffield United. I reckon I was going to put them a little lower, but I reckon they'll have a decent season. They weren't that bad last season.
Yeah, they were a surprising one. Like, didn't they come up?
Dark horse, yeah.
Yeah, so I think most people would have had them maybe getting relegated, but they've got a decent structure to their team, so who knows what they can do this year. Dylan, you go.
so it's from 13th to
9th.
9th.
Yeah.
Okay, so 13th I've got Crystal Palace. Another just stock standard run of the middle table. 12th I've got Burnley.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I reckon that's probably their position. 11th I've got Southampton. Right, I think it's a bit higher than what they finished last year, but 10th Everton. I reckon James Rodriguez will like actually boost them a little bit. And then 9th I've got Sheffield.
That's decent. That's
I think after the year they had last year, they can only really build on what they already had.
what did so Everton came 12th last year, which is because they're normally pretty good, aren't they? Normally they get top 8.
Yeah. Who do they have? Lukaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually hover around like the 10th to 8th kind of range, even 7th.
There's so many like I didn't realize because obviously in Australia we don't get probably the hype that they get over there. But like Vertonghen, he isn't playing for Spurs this year. Like he got released or whatever. You know that left back Baines for Everton. Yeah, he retired. I didn't even realise he retired.
I didn't hear about Baines retiring.
Yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, so I've gone for 13th. I've got Leeds. I think that'd be surprising because they might do what Sheffield did and be like just super surprising. So then I've got Sheffield at 12th. Then I've got Burnley at 11, which they've got an insane goalkeeper at the moment. I think it's Pope. He's been like doing bits for them, so hopefully they can get up there. Then I've got True Geordie's Newcastle. And then I've got Leicester at 9. I think.
That's good. Yeah. That's pretty similar. Have you said Sheffield United yet?
Yeah, so I've got them as 12.
So that's looking at mine. I think I probably put Sheffield a little bit higher to a thing because I forgot to realize again, just like completely forgot that their keeper Dean Henderson is actually a United player.
Yeah,
brought him back, so they don't have number 1 goalkeeper anymore.
Yeah,
I've got them at 9.
Who probably helped them win quite a few games last year.
And knowing like Leicester did really well like at the start, and everyone's like, oh, could they do what they did in 2015 and whenever they had that really good season? But they just lost Chilwell to Chelsea as well, so I reckon that they'll be coming down to 9th, which is like well below what they should probably be. But after losing, I guess they have what's his name? Fucking the English striker.
Vardy.
Yeah, Vardy. Fucking how could I forget Vardy having a party? Yeah, so I don't know. Can he do enough? Like they've lost big names over the years, and like it's
look what happened. Was it like the year that they after the year after they won the title and they lost Mares. Like they didn't really have
Yeah.
that much of a dip, really. Like yeah, they didn't win it again, but it's not like they were straight back down to the bottom.
True.
Like Vardy managed to hold it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go from 8th to 4th, I reckon.
Okay.
Or
8
5th.
to 5, and then
Yeah,
top
yeah.
4, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I've got.
Let's do one by one, I reckon, because...
Oh yeah, it's going to the.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Right.
Or like top 4 go one by one?
Okay, top 4.
Do like go from 8th to 5th now, and then top 4 one by one.
Okay.
All right. So I've got Wolves as 8th. Then I've got Everton. I reckon they're going to push up and be a contender. Just because they've got James and stuff and people like him. They've also got a really good coach, don't they? And
Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Everton also do have Richarlison, who's quite good.
Yeah. And I think he was trying to go to Real Madrid or something like that. Or like somewhere insane.
Yeah.
So, and then I've got Tottenham Hotspurs, which I don't know. I feel like Harry Kane.
At 5?
Yeah. I've got them.
Yeah.
Where do I have them? No, I've got them at 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then the big one. I don't know, because the top 4 is legit just so tough. It's so hard to judge, but I've got Arsenal, which I believe their forward line is insane, but like their fucking defense is just shit, and their goalkeeper is decent. So I've got them as 5th. So let's see what you guys got.
You go first.
Yeah, I'll go. So this is where I feel like mine's a little bit shocking. This is starts where it gets a bit more shocking, right? So 8th I've got Wolves. That's pretty standard. I feel like they'll push for the 8th spot. 7th I have Arsenal.
Jeez.
So I've got them that low purely because like yeah, they're on the FA Cup and Aubameyang's really good. I just don't think they have the whole team now. They still have like the leaky defense. So they'll nick some games, but I think they'll still finish 7th. 6th I have Leicester.
Didn't they get Willian?
Yeah, but
yeah, but how's he going to perform? You know what I mean? There's the reason why Chelsea. So 6th I've got Leicester, right? I feel like they got the magic at that club. I don't know what it is, but they manage to always pull out bags.
Yeah.
And then 5th I've got Tottenham.
okay. I feel like I don't know Arsenal because I've got that coach. I don't know how to say his last name, but
Mikel Arteta.
yeah, but like I feel like he's gonna do. I don't know enough, but like he'll at least if they can win another FA Cup, that'd be insane season for them. But I think they need if they were to take the next step, it is making top 4, and then obviously they're nowhere near to coming first anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But let's hear Raj's.
At number 8 I got Everton. And then 7 I got Wolves. So I think you guys had the other way around.
Yeah.
And 6 I got Arsenal. It was tough between Arsenal and Spurs at 5 and 6. So I went Arsenal 6 and Spurs 5.
Yeah.
I think it would be that mid-table, like top mid-table, would be kind of close, though.
Yeah. All right. So top 4, what everyone's been waiting for. So, one by one. Dylan, you go first, and Raj, then me, and we'll just keep that rotation till we get to 1.
Yeah.
So number 4, I have Manchester United. Right,
Oh.
solid team, solid coach. I think we'll secure. Definitely, I don't think we'll be like last year where we ended up getting it like by goal difference in my numbers. I think we'll definitely have a secure by points top 4 Champions League finish.
Number 4, I have Chelsea. I reckon it'll be very close between the two, Man United and Chelsea, because I think Chelsea finished 4th.
Yeah.
Manchester United finished 3rd, so I reckon it'll be pretty close between them again. So I got Chelsea finishing 4th again.
All right, I've gone. This is a big surprise, but I've gone City, and purely by
I've read some stuff about that actually.
yeah. So they've lost Sane, right?
Yeah.
and they've also lost, and I didn't even realize this, but they've lost David Silva.
Yeah, well, he's retired.
Yeah, or so no, he hasn't. He's gone to a Spanish team, but
Yeah.
I feel like those two players alone are big players. I've probably forgotten like how OP their lineup is, but like I don't see them.
Nathan Ake now.
Yeah, so he's come in and he's a decent player, but I wouldn't say he's like insanely like. Is he centre back?
Yeah, him and Koulibaly at centre back is solid, I reckon.
Yeah. They haven't signed Koulibaly yet though, have they?
No, I'm pretty sure they have.
I don't know.
Koulibaly?
Hey?
Who's not signed Koulibaly?
City.
I don't think I've officially done it yet. No.
Yeah, maybe. It was in the books.
Maybe he has. But I think they were waiting for the what's his name, Jorginho for Chelsea. I think he was going to go to Napoli, and then once that happened, I think Koulibaly was going to go to City, but that hasn't happened yet. So who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like obviously they'll still play Champions League, but which they weren't meant to. But they somehow were able to bribe the fucking officials to get them back in. But I don't know. I see them falling down a little bit. All right, let's go third.
Number three.
Number 3. All right, I got Manchester City as number 3. Right, definitely having a drop off in like their talent. Obviously, they still have a very OP lineup, but I just don't think they're going to be pushing for the league this year.
3, I've got United. As I said, it was close between those two, so I can 3 United.
There you go. And then I've got United as well. So.
Undermined my favorite team.
Well, you have them fourth. Yeah, you have them fourth, right? Yeah. I don't know. I was tempted to push them higher, but like, you look at their team compared to other teams, it's like, but to come third last year, I don't think many people had them that high.
Yeah.
No.
Now we got
we got
Van de Beek or something.
What?
Yeah,
we got Donny Van de Beek. Yeah. If only we fucking had signed Jadon Sancho. Apparently they're making moves with that again. So hopefully that comes through.
Yeah.
Do we go number 2 or do we go number 1 because number 2 kind of fills itself in?
Okay, let's go number 1 then.
You reckon say number 1 because then we can just end it after like we do like 1 and 2. You know what I mean? Like, we'll say we think this is gonna win this is gonna win the Premier League. Number 2 is gonna come second.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Number 1.
All right.
Should we say at the same time?
Yeah, say at the same time.
Okay. 3, 2,
Chelsea.
1.
Chelsea.
Ooh.
I've Liverpool coming second and Chelsea winning it.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I've got.
Just look.
City coming second.
Right. So do you actually have Chelsea as well, Drew?
Yeah.
Let's go. Because like I thought it was gonna be a shock, but I genuinely think they're gonna win the league this year with like Thiago Silva, Havertz, Werner. They're making moves though.
If you look at the people that they've brought in, it's like legit. I didn't realize how like insane it is. Like, so who they have? They've got Werner, Ziyech, Chilwell, Sarr, which he's going on a loan out anyway, but to centre back. They got Thiago Silva, and he was for free, so that's a fucking purchase and a half.
Yeah.
And then they've got Havertz, which I haven't seen him play yet, but apparently he's insane. But just like those players alone. Hey?
Do you reckon there's a bit of bias?
Nah, I don't. That was.
I'm a United fan. I'm winning the league.
I thought about that, but like I don't see. Well, Liverpool, they haven't really gotten anyone this year, so can they? They had an insane last year, and I don't think that anyone's gonna go on like a streak that they did. But
yeah, I don't think that'll happen again. I think they'll win this game, but
there's a chance that they might even sign Thiago from.
They haven't really got anyone,
Yeah.
No.
Who they've got? It says they've paid 11 mil to sign Kostas Tsimikas or whatever from Bayern Munich.
Yeah. But
that's the only person he's got. That
Mhm.
Liverpool haven't made any other like signings.
So I was thinking, right? So realistically, we're probably not going to get many of these right, but let's say this is just a like this isn't set in stone, but I was just suggesting we should do this, right? So say I am versing Dylan, Dylan's versing Raj, and Raj is versing me. And so what we do is every correct position, like dead set, that means like so Dylan gets like say 3, right? And so I have to give him $5 per position that he got right. So I have to give him $15. So that's cool, right? So then Raj, he got 4 right, so Dylan has to pay him 20. And then say I've got 2 right, and then so Raj has to pay me 10. So it will probably equal out to like not that much in the end if you're getting money back and then you're giving someone money for the ones that they got right, but it's a bit of a wager. Oh,
Raj just disconnected. He's coming back.
he's back.
I like that. I like the idea of the versing instead of putting like $5 in it. You know what we could do?
Yeah.
Is like for each pick you get right. So each pick I get right, I get like Raj has to do that amount of forfeits, right? Or like
Okay.
so for example, or like whatever. So like maybe it'd be like we'll come up with like a list of like fucking 15 different forfeits, right?
Yeah.
And then you can just choose like it can all be 3 of the same. Like if it's like shots of fucking absinthe or like hot sauce or something like that. And if I get 10 right, I'm making Raj do 10 shots of sauce. Or like I'll like you would just like make a list up.
Yeah.
And like so right how many Raj gets, Drew does, Drew me, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's cool. We won't have to worry about that until like a year away, won't we?
Yeah. Well even Raj said we should do a Shaggers EPL fantasy.
Oh yeah, we should, eh?
I reckon that'd be pretty good. I got a notification about that from Up Sport. I go, oh, we should do that.
Yeah. No, we should do that and we can update each week.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we think that the 2021 season is going to pan out. I feel like.
What do you guys reckon about the? Oh, you go.
No, you go.
What do you guys reckon about
wage gap?
No. I was going to talk about the Pro Clubs Awards.
Oh, that's a W. I'll make the.
I reckon that's a really good idea.
After we hop off this, I'm gonna make the survey for it and get people to send it through the group.
Do you have Survey Monkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only thing,
people can't be biased though. People can't be biased. Like you can't vote for yourself, and like Jeremy's obviously going to vote for himself, like best player.
Nah, he won't. He won't.
Yeah.
He won't. Surely not. But like, yeah, they had funny ones, didn't they? Because it's like what the Sidemen do for like their awards, end of year awards, don't they? They do one.
Yeah.
So we could do like
heaps of questions doing like best goal or like best assist.
Yeah, best goal, best assist.
Yeah, and then we have. Oh, do we have a nominations though? Because that's what they do. They're like, oh, so nominations are Raj's goal, and then they play it, and then.
Yeah, true.
That'll be so hard. That'll be hard to do.
Yeah.
I want to keep generic questions.
Hey, we got it. But Drew, just gotta get your fucking ass over here so then we can.
Yeah, I know.
Have
I know. That looks sick. So we'll play.
We'll just get like someone's backyard, put seats down, get like a bunch of drinks, make like a podium, and.
We could do that at mine. I would honestly host that. Like, that'll be fun. And
it'd be sick as.
Even though I'm not actually in the right state, but that's alright.
Why don't we all get in a Discord for one day when it's all done? We do it from there. Everyone wears suits or something.
Yeah, everyone wears suit.
Awards night in lockdown.
Yeah.
Clickbait title.
Yeah. No, it looks sick though. Like, I would much prefer have it live, but yeah, obviously you're missing your best player.
Or we could even sit there, get all the other shaggers that are in Perth over to one thing, and then have Drew discorded onto the fucking wall.
Yeah.
We'll
green screen me
or something like that.
Yeah, we could do that actually. That'll work alright. Now, should we move on to what Raj has been eager to talk about this whole time, and that's the cricket that's happening in England at the moment. Australia versus England.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
0 crowds. 3 games of T20 and 3 games of the ODI.
What do you guys reckon? the T20s.
I feel like we choked it big time the first game, but we showed about a little bit of promise. But like there was no really surprise like selections. Like we had obviously you're not going to move Finch and Warner, and you're not going to move. You're not going to.
I think Stoinis opened one game. I think he opened the last game.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, I think it was him and Finch.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, and I feel like that's where he would rather play as well.
Yeah, it is. T20s. Yeah.
And even like Warner wasn't playing that great, was he? I think Finch was definitely the better.
Finch was good. Finch was better. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't know, maybe what? Oh yeah, so Wade came in for Carey because Carey was playing shocking.
He did well. Wade did alright.
Yeah, he did alright. I didn't.
Did you see his massive bomb that he hit?
Nah.
When on the roof, that was massive. But he's I reckon Carey's a better keeper, but Wade's a better bat.
Yeah.
In T20s, but in ODIs, it's definitely Carey.
Yeah, and hopefully Carey does do bits in the ODIs that's coming up. Do you see Australia winning the ODIs, or do you still think England?
England will be way too good right now.
Yeah.
The team's just stacked.
So Root,
Butler,
will Root come in?
He might, but I think Colin Morgan will still captain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They had a few surprises because they were playing who's that young kid that played for Brisbane Heat and he was opening for England?
Oh, Tom Banton.
Yeah. So
he plays for South Perth here.
Does he?
Like, yeah, I've not played against him. I've seen him play here. He's good.
Yeah.
But he didn't do he did real bad against Australia. But that's the international stage, so.
Yeah. No, he does bits for Brisbane. I was like, oh, surely he goes off, but he didn't. But it's alright. He's still really young. Does he? He's not a keeper, is he? He's just straight bat.
No, he's a batsman.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. I think he's just a straight bat.
Yeah. But
he's really talented though. Like he develops his stuff. He's a bit like Jofra Archer. Like. He's so inconsistent. Archer's he's quick, but
in
an international stage, you can't just be quick.
Yeah. Yeah, he's because he bowled in the World Cup final like insanely in that final over, and then what he did against Australia in that final over in the second game or whatever, where he completely butchered the over.
He's pretty young, so.
Do you see Bairstow playing more?
He'll play.
Yeah.
He's good. He just didn't have the best T20.
Yeah.
He's one of those players that if he gets one of those good games, he'll just keep going.
Mhm.
So right now, I reckon Butler's up there with the best players in the world right now.
Oh, he's in his form.
He's so good. Yeah.
His form's like probably the best in his career, and even Milan or whatever.
Oh, David Milan.
Yeah, he's ranked number 1 for T20s batting at the moment, isn't he?
Nah, he's 5th. I think.
Okay, yeah, but
he's coming to a big bat.
Yeah, and
I think that'll be good.
He bats 3, right? But will he bat in the ODIs?
I don't know if he might play ODIs. You can't drop him after he's been batting like that, but.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably bat 4.
Yeah.
Because 3 would be Joe Root.
Yeah.
There's been a good series, I reckon, if Australia choose the right team.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit wasted how they have Agar and Zampa.
That's the question of someone who's into cricket but not super into the whole No, it's not I'm super into. I just don't understand the whole thing, right? So if Milan, the guy that you just said would probably bat 4 if Joe Root comes in. If he's playing really good at batting 3, why would you not just have Joe Root come in at 4?
Different formats, so it's not a 220. You got to bat slower, and he might not be.
Yeah.
Joe Root's it's so much better because he bats a Test cricket, so Joe Root has way more experience as well.
Mhm.
But yeah.
So you'd
He's
go
been
on.
bowling.
So like, yeah, Milan is your type of guy that, say, England have been batting for 10 overs, and he can come in and he can just start smacking it because they've got wickets in hand and they've got just that extra boost. So if, say, worst case scenario, and an England player gets out in the first over, like you'd probably back Joe Root to bat the next 30 overs if he had to, instead of like a guy that would
Okay.
he would probably go for a stupid
Attacking,
shot
yeah.
like Maxwell has at the moment. He's in terrible form, but hopefully
Maxwell, probably.
he can get out of a slump. But
I
yeah,
think it's wasted how they have Agar and Zampa. Like,
yeah,
I think they would rather get another batsman in.
yeah, I agree.
They've got like a full-on bowler because Zampa is probably better than Agar, because he's like spin away the works better in T20s.
Yeah,
Agar's a bit. So I know he's a all-rounder, can bat a bit, but his batting's not great.
yeah. Even his batting, you would have thought that his batting would be like really good, but it's just not up to scratch, really.
Because you already have a genuine all-rounder in Glenn Maxwell, and then you got Stoinis as well.
Yeah, and
You don't want to have three.
Love him.
Stoinis doesn't bowl that much, does he? Now,
No, he doesn't bowl. He'll bowl in the ODI, so.
yeah. But do you see? What about Hazelwood? Do you reckon he'll bowl in a couple games or nah?
He might, yeah. It'll be him or Kane Richardson.
Yeah,
But I reckon it'll be Hazelwood. He's got way more experience. He's a better bowler than Richardson.
Richardson held his own though, didn't he?
Yeah, Richardson did alright. He didn't do too bad.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Like, would you potentially bring in like Mitchell Marsh for an Agar? Like Mitchell Marsh, a bit more experience, like a bit of a better
Yeah.
bat. You probably wouldn't bowl him.
No, he wouldn't bowl him because you got Stoinis as a backup bowler, who's a better bowler.
Settle down, Dylan.
Last, I thought it was Carla, and I was like, "What the fuck is Carla doing to UWA?" I had to like just look at him, like double check.
Yeah, but I think they need to go with one genuine all-rounder and then fill it up with batsmen and bowlers instead of three on T20.
Yeah,
But they'll change it up now. So, yeah. It'll be a good series, I reckon.
yeah, definitely.
It doesn't help that England's been playing cricket. This is Australia's first couple of games.
Yeah, there's a bit of
So many
an advantage there, surely. Like,
There is heaps. Because they've had two test matches against Pakistan and West Indies. So.
yeah. Do you rate Mark Wood as a bowler?
Mark Wood's quick. He's really quick. But
Yeah,
he's not that accurate. He's a bit like Josh Archer sometimes, but
yeah.
I don't know. He's like on and off. He has those days where he's like really good.
Because
But
does Jimmy Anderson and Stuart Broad do they still play at ODIs? No. Okay. So
because they've got Chris Stokes.
yeah, true. So he'll get a game, do you reckon?
He's a good batsman as well, so he'll be like that all rounder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Stokes would play.
What about Tom Curran? Do you see him playing?
I don't know. He's more of a T20 player. He won't play ODI now.
Nah. All right.
Adil Rashid will play.
There's been a few big bash trades going on. I don't know if you guys have been looking at those. You might.
Hanscom to Hurricanes.
Yeah. Let's get up. There's a list here. But you guys should probably start looking at these trades because I thumped you guys in the BBL fantasy last year. So it'd be nice if I could get some competition and hopefully Dylan can play more than one round.
I forgot about it, but I saw Hanscom to the Hobart Hurricanes.
Got Billy Stanlake to, was it Melbourne?
Yeah, and then Daniel Worrell to strikers, I think.
Ben Dunn. Oh no, that was last year. They had Matthew Renshaw to Adelaide.
Yeah, that's a big one. He's really good.
He's really. Oh, where's he bat though? So he opens for Bulls, does he, or not anymore for Test?
He did, yeah. In Bulls he would open. It would be Joe Burns and him, I think.
Yeah, but then for Adelaide, does he still open? Because he kind of had Like,
he's got Jake Weatherald. It'll probably be Jake Weatherald and him.
yeah.
Because then it's a right hand, left hand combination. Actually, no, they're both left handed.
Yeah.
They're both left.
But even like people underrate his bowling, I reckon.
Yeah.
He's
a
so
good
hard to get
bowler.
away.
Yeah. Because he's like those type that doesn't spin the ball or anything, but it's just like he hits your darts and it's hard to get away.
Yeah. It's like what Ashton Agar tried to do in the second over. Or what it was, and that was just stupid. I probably lost in the game in the end if it all adds up. Like it was a risk that didn't even need to be used. Like I haven't played cricket in so long. Like they must have been doing those type of tactics in like the practice games. That's the only way you'd do that, but it's a bit risky.
You don't want to try new things in a game. Oh, you do, but it's got to be something that you've talked about before, like plans. But,
yeah. I think that's
question, right? Someone else from not really super into the whole cricketing world. I'm into it, but again, not really know the technicals. You sit there and discuss with your coach, like, because like I was talking about Roger this the other day, like how there's not really like a lot a cricket coach can really do, right? In terms like like footy, like you give them like the quarter time, like half time, G up, and like you've got like the exact formation, like you can have like your fielding positions, but like you can't really like do a lot more other than that. Like, is there like do you discuss things with your coach about like have plans and shit with your coach like that occur during the game?
Before the game,
Like so, like before the game.
During the game, you can say like a drink break or something. But it's usually all on the captain. Like the captain has to do everything, like decide where the fielding positions are. But a lot of times it's just the bowls as well.
Yeah.
It's like the coach, like the coach, like before the game might say like, oh, like just try to like eat up as many overs as possible, or like just we usually set targets like we can try and get this or restrict them to this many runs at the lunch break or something. But
yeah,
if it doesn't go that way, then you try something else or you try other options.
Yeah, and I feel like
no, like coach, like the coach just is like a spectator essentially.
Yeah, they don't do much.
It's probably harder in test, or you could probably do it in a bit of test, but obviously you have like you look for your breaks. So when there's a wicket and say it's a T20 and someone just got out, the next batter that's been coming in, he might have a message from the coach saying to the other like batter, being like, "All right, let's take it." Like this is orders from the coach pretty much, and do it as best as you can. And it's like, all right, the coach might say, let's just get a good partnership here going, or he might be like, just go for it, because we've got a few men back or whatever. But you just look for the breaks. Yeah, but
especially this year, it's going to be weird because you're not allowed to use saliva on the ball anywhere. It's a 5-run penalty. Every time you use saliva, it's a 5-run penalty. So you got to use like sweat or like sweat basically.
I can give you like something that you can put on the ball then that like doesn't take off straight away, but like. You know what I mean? Because like I feel like isn't saliva like a hell used thing to get like the shine off the ball?
That's the only thing you do, yeah. That's it. It's usually that was sweat, but they're being quite strict on it now. But I don't know. It would be more.
It's kind of dumb. If everyone's testing negative, right?
Yeah.
To get it, then if everyone's tested negative, happy days. Like use your saliva. You know what I mean?
But that's how it spreads. Like the whole 11 guys are touching the same ball, and saliva and all that. So anyway.
It's I saw some Karen on Facebook the other day, just like commenting, going ham like she normally does, and she was like, a footy player was like spitting on the ground, and she just like had the massive go. She's like, "Why are they still spitting on the ground? That's disgusting." And it's like, you don't understand. Even in footy, like you're wearing a mouth guard, you build up heaps of shit in there. Like, of course you're gonna spit, and it's like. It's going onto the ground. No one's actually going to touch the ground unless you get tackled in that specific position.
Out of all my years playing footy, I don't think I've ever been tackled like into the same spot, like into spit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've never gone up from the ground like, oh, I'm wet now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another thing was she was disgusted by when you're gonna go kick for goal and you get your mouth guard and you put it in your sock, or you put it in your skins.
My mum and stuff like that. Well, it's just I guess it's like a comfortability thing because it's like when you
Yeah.
take like your practice shots and shit like that, like you don't have a mouth guard in. So like you're just trying to be
I guess, but yeah.
yeah, like and it's like and you can't be tackled off the ball or like you can't be tackled when you're going for your set shot. So if you're just like you're most comfortable like taking mouth. So some
Yeah.
people keep it out, but I like in game sometimes like I used to keep mine in. Unless I was like, oh, I probably should try to kick this one, then I'd take it out. But like, obviously, I'm not trying to miss the goal. But like, sometimes if it's not like super needed, I'll just be like, okay, I'll keep it in more like if it's more comfortable. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a comfortability thing.
Yeah. But even last year they introduced timeouts to the BBL, like between like over 7 and 12, was it, or something like that, 7-14?
Yeah.
Do you like
They
that?
did that in it's called like they got it to IPL because it's called a strategic timeout.
Yeah.
So it's like it's meant to be to talk tactics and like what do you want to do differently. They do that in the like football, like soccer as well, because especially when they came back, they gave you like a break between the 45 minutes because they didn't want to cause an injury after coming straight onto a game.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
But do you do that for your league or for your
No.
cricket? No.
No.
Do you? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like cricket, like you're only out there for like an hour and a half. Surely you've discussed the tactics. You've probably been playing cricket for like 10 plus years. You probably should know what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of time wasting. If you've got good momentum, like, it's already like a batter's game as well. Doesn't that increase like the batter's part of it? Or,
yeah, it does.
Or do the
It does.
bowling or
Nice.
batters call it?
The fielders call it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
Fielders. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, that's when you can see the big batter. The coach comes out and talks to batsmen.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Nah.
I would think it's necessary.
No. Yeah, I think that wraps up what we were wanting to talk to you about, Raj. Thanks for coming on the potty.
Have on the show, mate.
First guest.
Yeah, it's good to be on. Good to be on. Where's it going to get published?
First guest.
When's it going to be published? Oh, we have to go through like a really strict like process, I guess.
We have to send it to all our sponsors, make sure they all approve of it.
Yeah.
This one's actually sponsored by Mentos. Just finished my packet here. Really rate them. Cheers, guys, for the Mentos.
Yeah.
UWA sponsors.
Yeah. Well, big shout out to UWA's internet right now. It's a rocky start. Didn't think we were going to get there, but then we remembered that we muted Raj because his dad's singing ability. Do you have anything to say to the viewers, Raj, before you go?
I hope they enjoyed it. I hope the next one's as good as well. Nothing else to say.
Hopefully this one actually recorded.